Hey NASCAR fans, down here from the Turbo Concept in Roblox. Welcome back to just Daytona USA. Somebody is driving backwards of this cell for breaking anything as well. So where today that he will be trying to steal my cars. Anyways, let's take a look at all maps inside of this game, the updated version of this thing. But shall we gonna be driving a little bit for this thing as well, using this one only thing that the Ford just smashed at a little bit of one thing. We just got for a first damages, whatever, we just gonna be made to do this. It is gonna be a little bit hurting, or it is gonna be why to smash anything, or just it was someone else. Now the second generation is gonna be extremely fast. The generation 3 is the world's fastest as well. So we're gonna be taking around all tracks, and because look at the sky as well. It's pretty tensely for a little bit as cloudy as anyways. It's farly like this is gonna be a little bit for very much. Started to get a little bit unfinished as well. NASCAR Racing 2003 season. Let's get along inside of this big track as well. So I'm probably currently using, as for this thing along for this one, and it's gonna be really big as well. So I cannot believe that new handling system is going to hurt your souls a little bit for this time. But what if it's not gonna be very suitable for do this, but we just making a various hit for one accident. Does he try to make itself for a large crash? I'll be must survive anyways without crashing. So the good thing is we're going to be spinning off and crash down. And this is where it ended up what it looks like. I cannot believe this isn't going to be making towards like good, but there is slightly ended up in a crash. We're almost missing out for the time. I'm probably the lap times will be Monster Speeder finishes 49.088 seconds. Let's just gonna be switch around to Talladega Super Speedway, but we're not gonna be pretty sure that we're good to go. So we're automatically teleported into Talladega Super Speedway. Let's just literally spawn the cars, or whatever it is. We completely spawned or whatever to do this. What is going on with this? I'm not very sure that we're interested. I'm not interested of some sort of username. Let's use the Generation 4 cars. Will be slightly around for the Chevrolet. Or the Ford cars, or I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be very suitable for what. So let's change there into the flagship American vehicles like somewhere. But I really think we're going to be using Ryan Newman style. Let's just get all the way for just one thing. If one thing it is to try to say those words over here, it's probably extremely lag. I think that produces so much, even those overcrowded streets as anyways. So let's see the replay broadcast. What happened to this thing? It's still not working. Except Daytona International Speedway. And I'm not very sure. That performance isn't going to be pretty good. I'll be making sure that we're going to be going into the private server or what. This is a very bad situation over here. And the time is failing. But I'm not going to be very good. Monster Speeder is going to be taking itself advantage. Bringing in for a bright things as well, so it's gonna be taking a little bit for bright light. By the light, this isn't gonna be literally too good as anyways, and back in performance is away. So I won't be able to get around for this all the time for just a little bit for one thing. So that must be the start-finish line for move up for this thing, as a little bit of probably to move up is going to be a little bit for very close. The acceleration is extremely slow, but Monster Speeder got it so for 1 minute and 6. It's supposed to be under 50 seconds, whatever we try to do this. Next thing is the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Possibly that we're going to be getting inside of this thing. I wonder those players are just going to be giving me an extreme a lot of these things as well. So let's just use a Generation 5 or Generation 6. I'm probably to do. What is using the number 2? Let's get around here, shall we? I'm possibly sure that this track is going to be recommended for some sort of road courses, and 119 miles per hour, that should be able to be recommended to do so. And what this is going to be very in an accident way. So let's just going to be trying to get around for just a little bit for one thing. It's not going to be very alright. It was just an extreme towards a flag like these things. But as you can see, of these aero cars aren't going for 200 miles per hour. Because this is why we're going to be trying to overdraft someone or being overtaken for some of these other kinds of literally we do. I'll be overtaking for some sort of the Generation 3 cars, and we just gotta be losing some lap times anyways. But Monster Speeder is literally being faster than the Antoni as well. So probably let's change the track in towards to Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's not going to be recommended for 190 miles per hour. So down to 186, which is going to be pretty recommended to do like this thing. I hear some sort of vehicles like this extremely fast. There's a bad girl over here. I think she just completely teleported over here. I'll be using for the Generation 4. I'm going for moving like the 88s. Dale Jarrett. I'll be switching towards like... I'm not going to be using some sort of vehicles like there somewhere. Now, we're using this thing as well. For the 4th of July. Wait. I'm currently using in... Oh, sweet Celestia! This isn't literally going very fast. We're pacing a little bit. Wait a second, I'm completely slow. Oh dear. I guess I have to switch some cars to the old-fashioned Generation 4 cars as well. Well then, I'll be using as a truck driver. Let's just gonna be completely spawned. The number 51. What on earth is happening over here? Why is it not gonna be recommended? What is wrong with this thing? So we're gonna be spawning even a little bit modernized. Let's see. No, this isn't literally good anymore. So I'll be recommending. I'm gonna be using a Generation 5. Pretty good to recommend it like these things. And because of recording of this update, will slow your cars down. Oh, sweet. I feel nothing about this. I'll be trying the next generation or something. Woo! Looks like we're gonna be good on the wheels. Probably this is a recommendation of drifting itself. I think 190 miles per hour isn't going to be such as like this. Oh no, this isn't going to be pretty good. Oh my gosh! Not good anyways. Let's move all the way to Ponoco Raceway. And I'm probably not sure that where I'm going to be remembered of that name. So, let's just probably remember of this name, which is called Pocono. Let's just gonna be spawning a Toyota or the Dodge Challenger as well. Anyways, I'm gonna be using as the Chevrolet, and we're gonna be using as its legal number as well. So that must be some sort of this vehicle Dale Earnhardt. Anyways, let's just go. And whatever, this is gonna be making so much mistaken all over to this thing. So recommend tracks is for the Atlanta Motor Speedway, Pocono, Daytona, Talladega, but not even Charlotte International Motor Speedway. It's somewhere over here. So I'll be trying to slow down, but turns out I'm unable to turn about with this thing. Because due to Roblox updates are just going to be keeping on worse, and things are starting to get a little bit of reset. They have no plans to do so. But anyways, we cannot able to get charges even by itself. I'll be using as an A chassis. Let's just completely going to move on. And we're just going to be trying to slow down as 148 miles per hour. We're slightly hit by the Generation 7. And we're just going to be trying to make it self-draft. Now the good thing is, we're going to be good time for braking. So let's just going to be going for around here. So how accident is going to be literally going on? 197. That causes me slowing me down. I'm trying to following him. Or literally it's going to be using 196. But well then, things are not going to be going so good as well. As you can see, 47 seconds. Now I do not use the conveyor as well. Probably what is not. And what I just expected for this one, that I just completely let him pass. But first thing we need to do for its last 4 tracks, let's go around for the Homestead Miami Speedway, because actually this video has gotten over 15 minutes straight to 20 minutes long. I don't really think this isn't going to be using already. So we already saw about for this thing, and let's just going down to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Apparently Roblox updates had just completely making itself stress, but also I'm not recommended to get all the way for things itself for around here. Let's try Michigan International Speedway. And let's just completely going to get around for move on. So I will remember this track. Finally, it's absolutely a little bit big now, and we're going to be spawning as a 2014 cars as well. Now I will be recommended that we're going to be using the Chevrolet for the Toyotas as well. So let's just going to be probably to change around schemes as 22, I guess. So let's just going to be pretty possibly that would remember as well. This isn't going to be going for just a good self. Respawn the cars, and again and again. I'm not pretty sure that I just accelerate all the way through up. So maybe I'll be using the number 21 car over here. But as you can see around here on this speedway, is it going to be recommended to some other kinds of users, or recommended to down all the way towards 188 miles an hour? Probably this isn't going to be going around here. So let's go for around for a good start and let go of this thing as well. Alright, somebody is driving backwards around of this track. This isn't going to be making a rule breaking. I can see some sort of a username who's just going to be started violated over here. Now, let's just try to see. We're going to be really down over here. And as we see, the vehicle just completely crashed over here. I do not let this thing happen anyways. But the one thing, of course, we're going to be complete stop of this vehicle. And as you can see, 34 seconds around here. And finally, I'll be scrolling down for a little bit much. Finally, it's time to jump in towards to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Now, I'm probably very not sure. This isn't going to be very interesting at all. But as you can see of this big, I'm not sure that we're going to be going for a first time. Let's spawn the cars for a Generation 6 cars. That I'm going for a Chevrolet like these things. Let's just be sure we're going to be using as for a number 40 car. We're reaching toward for the stars, because looks like we cannot able to see throughout for Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But how Speedway is a little bit worth it. you can actually gonna be split streams along with the cars along with them. So as long as we just gonna be trying to making towards like overtaking around here. So you would probably recommend it to going to see far ahead. So I really possibly would do. That can cause the cars to go slow down ahead for just a little bit for very much. Instead of Generation 7 cars, I'm going for itself really fast. Wait, is this gonna be vehicle on fire? Oh dear, this isn't gonna be literally to make things a little bit good. But that is all for the old tracks of Just Daytona as well. Quick spawn as well. And we're gonna be end up for today's video. If you like for today's video around for here for the NASCAR lap times, because I couldn't able to get for the next time, that we'll be doing this once again for our very best lap times, and I won't be able to say to do so because we'll be trying again for this, even for a long period of time lasting as well. So thanks for watching and for all your support, and this is going to be Turbo Concept signing off. And don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell and the gamer's link in the description down below. That it wasn't gonna be even for kids somewhere. And I do not forgot to do this. You can use for the camera modes whatever you see around for this any more of these species, that you can look around for the other side like these things as well. But as you can see around for many more vehicles, I wear just probably this. It's gonna be probably to do so. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be see you all very soon as well. Until for a very early of this, some sort of things as well.